Alana Serrano-Hare.
And I'm Nick Millard.
Welcome to PVD POV, where we bring you new insights into the coolest little city in the smallest state.
Whether you're a local looking to uncover hidden gems or a visitor eager to dive into vibrant culture, we've got you covered.
Each week we'll be chatting with the movers and shakers here in Providence, from restaurant owners to hoteliers and everyone in between.
And I am so excited that we finally have Alana back on the podcast because, one, I don't have to do that intro all by myself again.
You're
because
welcome.
That's
a long sentence.
Yes, it is. And I don't know how much you've listened to the episodes while on leave, but I've had to do some of them by myself because we always forget to do them, and then Lavin's not there to help me out. So,
womp womp. But I'm back.
Yes. Well, we're glad to have Alana back. And on the first episode back, we sit with Jacob Nathan, the park manager for the 195 District Park. We had a lot of good stuff to chat with him about.
Yes.
Some programming, the new building, the pavilion that's coming in,
Yes.
which is awesome.
Super excited about that. We've got some things happening sooner than that too, because one of their signature events is returning just a couple of weeks. That's the Wicked Walk. So he'll tell us a little bit about that, some funny anecdotes, and then of course, the pavilion. We can't wait to talk about the beer garden and restaurant that's going in there, and
special.
a very, very fan favorite cafe, local cafe that will be opening up as well.
Who is it? You'll find out.
We'll find out. So turn us up and get ready to experience Providence from a whole new perspective. Welcome to PVD POV. I'm Alana O'Hare, and it is my first episode back from maternity leave.
Welcome back.
Woo-hoo. Thanks, Nick. I'm so glad to be here. And our first guest is Jacob Nathan. He's here from the 195 District Park, right in downtown Providence. So thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks. I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah, we're excited to have you to talk all things 195 District, everything that's happening over there. So, but if you want to go kind of a little bit first before we get into the park and everything, can you go into who you are exactly? Like,
who are you?
Sure. Well, I've been involved in producing community programming, and I have a background in music. I used to be a touring musician, and I used to produce some large-scale concerts back when I was in college. I went to Clark University in Worcester. I was touring around the country in a band and was going to be traveling internationally for a long time, and it all fell through because there was crazy things happening in the world that prevented me traveling there.
Yeah.
And I needed a job, and someone told me about AS220 in Providence, and I ended up working there for 10 years as the director of live art. So I was managing the performance spaces and the venues there, helping produce Foo Fest, the festival that happened there. So my background in community programming led to me working in Burnside Park downtown, which I eventually ended up at the district and working at District Park as a park manager. I've been there since 2020. So I started right when the pandemic was going on and people were seeking outdoor activities and activation and ways to get outside during that time.
No, and parks were definitely a good way to handle that too, because I know there's a lot of programming that happened around then too. But that's great. So you are, I think we were talking about this before, you are now you're a true Rhode Islander at this point.
Really?
Yeah.
You've made your way through downtown, AS220, then the parks, now you're at District Park.
Yeah, I live over in Fox Point, so my daily world is all in this 1.5 mile radius.
It's very Rhode Islander. I like that.
But it's great living near the park as well and feeling really connected to it and in the neighborhood. And so it's been really rewarding to see the development of the space as a place that more and more people are going to, myself included, even when I'm not working, just part of my daily walk and daily routine there.
It's incredible to see the transformation. When you probably, around the time that you started working at AS220, the park was nothing.
Yeah, when I first got here, it was a highway.
It was a highway.
And as you know, the pedestrian bridge there is built on the old pilings and foundation for where 195 used to run through the city. And when that was removed, it opened up all of this public space and development land around the public space as well, which is protected, so the park's not going anywhere, and it's here to stay as a amenity for the community.
And that's really great to have that space for the community and space for people to come and hang out, have events, listen to music, just kind of just like chill, like take a walk anytime you want to go. But it's nice to kind of to say that too. It's like, where is this park? It's it's where the highway used to be.
Exactly.
As a Rhode Islander, that's what we say all the time, and I know that you're.
We're embracing that as a tagline. You know, everyone is always referring to where things used to be when you're giving directions. Oh, it's where the donkeys used to be and whatnot. And so we figured it tells the story of the park. It was where a highway was. It's an easy way for people to navigate to us. So
Sure.
Exactly. I love when I give tours of the city to media coming in, I always point out that this is where the highway used to be. And this whole park, this whole area was not here. It was highway and it was just underdeveloped land. And it's hard to imagine the city now without it because it's so vibrant. I mean, it really is. There's always something happening, whether it's on the bridge or at the park or all of the business that's built up around it. It's beautiful and it's bustling.
absolutely. Yeah, some of the most fun interactions that I have in this space are when I see people touring their friends from out of town or family coming in, and they're walking through the park and they're telling the story for us, right? They're saying, look at all this walkable space that you can walk down to the mall from here now that the connection has kind of been made, that you can do that whole loop. And so I think it's great to see that it's impressive to people from out of state as well when they're
Yes.
visiting, and also residents who are enjoying it very
Yes.
regularly.
The walkability is huge because we're a walkable city, right? Anyone who's been in Providence knows that we're walkable because of our footprint. But now, ever since, with the help of parks and other partners who helped to make that loop interconnected from park to park, and you can traverse the whole city, I think that's a huge benefit for tourists. And as you know, and Nick and I know well, we have been nominated and named second most walkable city 2 years in a row by USA Today. So that's huge for us. And the park is a big part of that. You know, the river walk, the bridge, all that whole area of green space that now exists really helps with that effort.
Absolutely.
And honestly, I think we're the number one most
I think
walkable
so.
city.
Yeah,
I
we're
mean,
coming for that number one spot.
I think it's
Yeah.
Philly, right? That one.
Yeah, I think if we look at Philly and we look at Providence, I'd probably say Providence is a little bit more walkable than Philly.
I agree. But they had more voters maybe. They have a bigger population.
Yeah, that's okay.
Next
time,
year.
we'll push it out. Don't worry.
First is worst, second is best. That's what I say.
Punching above our weight class. That's the saying.
Right. I love that saying.
Exactly.
Let's talk about the programming coming up, because we have some exciting, we're in October, right? And people start thinking about like colder weather, going inside, but not necessarily true at the park, because one of your biggest events is coming up.
Yeah, Saturday, October 25th, we have the Wicked Walk, which we partner with the Parks Department to produce. So there'll be doors all along the pedestrian bridge, and people can come and trick or treat, bring their kids, and they can knock on the door, get a piece of candy. There'll be other programming and costume making, spooky activities happening. So that's been a big success over the years. But yeah, the park stays busy through October. There are all sorts of different ways to enjoy it. There are weekly fitness classes like yoga, Zumba.
Wow.
Yeah, and that has really taken off this year. We've seen a lot of growth of people interested in this. And a lot of what we do, most of what we do, is free and open to the public. So we're trying to make sure that the space is accessible to everyone who can enjoy the space for free and bring their family and their friends there. And so even though we're getting closer to the cold weather, we still have many, many events that are coming up. Each year we have about 300 events.
Wow.
And you might know this, but the scale of the park allows us to do really small events to huge major cultural festivals in
Sure.
the state as well. So there'll be 12-person events and there'll be 60,000-person events. And so it's nice that the open space kind of allows us to have a wide array of programming there.
I love the Wicked Walk pictures. I still have not made it to it, but I love the doors. It reminds me of Monsters Inc. when the kids knock on the monsters knock on the door, and you get transported into the kids.
Yeah,
living
it's
room.
really fun. I took my kids, I think 2 years ago. I think it's basically like those trunk or treats, except
Yes.
with actual doors all along.
Where do you
lined
get
along
the doors?
Yeah.
The Parks Department provides them, and then you can sponsor a door, and people paint it themselves. Last year, our office manager then went full out, like, and made this crazy construction scene with skeletons and equipment hanging over the skyline with the district park looming there. So
wow.
we're bringing that door back.
I was gonna say,
we're not going to
good.
make a new one. That one was too
You
good.
didn't recycle that one. You're like, no, this one's staying in
Yeah.
storage, coming back.
Yeah,
that's
really,
a great idea.
It's really fun. And I think that's just really, it's a really good way to get people out to the park that might not have been there too. And it's good for the community too, for locals, for, you know, I know our job is to bring in visitors and stuff like that, but this is just such a great opportunity for locals to enjoy their city and come out and have fun with their kids, because you know,
Exactly.
it's a great time of year to do it.
Yeah, and it's an additional day to trick or treat. Now kids can go on the 25th, and they can go on the 31st.
Yeah.
Yeah, but kids are they're spoiled nowadays because they get so many trunk or treats with their
Tell me about it.
schools and churches and everything.
Tell me
Like
about
when
it.
we were growing up, we had one day.
You had one day.
You get candy one day. My kids get candy like all the time.
I know, which means that we get candy all the time
Well, I mean,
because
that's,
you got to take some.
that's
from
kind of
them.
true. Well, there's a dad tax.
There's dad tax.
Dad tax
There's
for sure.
this is a choking hazard.
Yeah, exactly.
They
Get
keep
your
the
favorites.
Skittles. Yeah,
Which,
exactly.
and it's great because my wife has a peanut allergy, so it's just like, oh, we can't have Reese's for mom. I can take them and bring them to
No,
work.
your kids are listening. They're old enough
Nah,
to
they don't
understand
listen to
what they're
this. You think they
saying.
actually listen to this?
Why not?
I don't think so.
They don't like seeing daddy on camera anymore.
Of course not. So what other things do you have coming up? You know, at the park too. I know we got the Wicked Walk and everything like that. But I think last year there was a New Year's Eve event that we have with fireworks and everything like that too. So I think that's hopefully coming back this year.
And that will return, and it's been growing each year, and that's been great to see. It seemed like there was a real appetite in the city and in the region for doing a larger celebration of New Year's. So yeah, there's fireworks on the river. The Tourism Council produces the event, and it was a huge success last year, seeing all of these added light illuminations and a stage for concerts that was happening. And so we're excited to host that again this year as well.
The park really is, by design, I'm sure, but also just happens to be where it's located, such a great view. The bridge gives a perfect view of the river. I love the skyline in the background. So all of the scenes from nights like that, from like New Year's Eve, are just beautiful because the fireworks off in the distance. I just love it. It's perfect.
I've heard from folks in the city, I don't want to spread misinformation here, but I've heard that it's the most photographed location or tagged location on
gotta
social
be.
media with
Now,
the
yeah,
skyline backdrop.
Probably nowadays, like back in the day, one of the most photographed ones was actually like the smokestacks from the name of the building there.
The one
Yeah.
next to the park.
Yeah, exactly.
I always forget the name.
So from there, like that was like in everywhere, and I
Yes.
realized, and then that and Crook Street Bridge, Crookpoint
Yes,
Bridge,
the one that is up,
yeah, the one that's up
and then Prospect Terrace Park.
But
It's
I
a great
think-
view. But this one,
is taking the cake at this point
because you have so many cool features. You've got the city skyline. You've got the bridge itself is beautiful. The park is beautiful. The river is gorgeous. And then on the South Main Street side, you know, you kind of have that whole like east side look. And you've got, I wonder if you can see the mural, the Still Here mural from somewhere in the park or on the bridge, but maybe close.
Yeah, you can from the Riverwalk there,
can,
part of that
yeah.
network.
So
yeah,
it's
from
just
South Street, almost near Memorial Park. You can
That's
kind of see
right.
it a little bit over there too, which is
so
nice.
it is just. I bet it is becoming one of the most photographed places.
I for sure have photographed it many times.
Yeah.
I have a drone myself, so I do all the drone photography here, and that is just like the key. Whenever I'm looking for like a skyline shot, now it used to be Prospect Terrace Park, now it's that.
Yeah.
So.
You know, I've been meaning to learn chess so that I can go and play chess on the bridge.
I love seeing the folks there every day, posted up, just sitting there waiting for someone to challenge them.
Are they waiting?
Yeah, there's a few folks in particular that just sit there with the board set up, waiting for folks to come by. So it's nice just seeing all of the
Yes.
the low impact, the simple ways that people are enjoying the space, in addition to, you know, the larger scale
Of
events that are
course.
happening.
The ones that you don't really have to do much. It's just the thing is there and you wait. But do people ever come?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well,
I just
now
picture,
you can.
But I don't. I could
You could
do
learn.
it checkers. Can you bring checkers?
Yeah, it would work.
All right.
Yeah,
I
the
just don't
board
want
is
anyone
the
to sit
same.
and wait for someone that never comes.
I think they're okay. I think they have the expectation of that potentially happening
hope
when they
so.
go there.
Well, you could play chess against yourself, technically.
You could.
Anyways.
But there's definitely the park there actually brings a lot of people down there, which is great for the businesses around it too. And so there's places like Plant City and especially along there. And now we have Tizzy K's, right?
Tizzy K's, yes.
Which was a new addition right after the bridge went up.
Yeah, they're a great story too. We met Tess and Kelly, this wonderful couple, and they were selling ice cream out of their little cart, like a little bike cart, just by the park. And, we struck up a conversation with them, and they were looking to grow their business. And we were just about to go out to bid for an RFP for concessions in the park, and they were one of the applicants. And that really ended up being a big thing for them. They ended up developing that shipping container storefront that is open now, and they partnered with a local artist to just put this really cool neon sign on it this year. And so it's great to see the development of that business, sort of being incubated in the park and in the district there. Mm-hmm. And they're now they're opening a new location, and they're really expanding. But they were named like best ice cream in Rhode Island at one point, and it's great. It's dangerous that it's basically in my office to enjoy every day, but that's been a wonderful amenity for people. There's always a line at the container there. And
it's usually Jacob.
And there's also the Guild Beer Garden that started during the pandemic with this little pop-up beer garden, actually in one of the paved areas of the park, but then they've returned each year and really developed this footprint on the lawn there. Mm-hmm. And their music series is continuing until November as well on Friday evenings. And so it's just a really good place to come hang out with friends, grab a drink, enjoy the food trucks that are rotating through there. So it's nice that we've been able to have these concessions available as well. Mm-hmm. And that relationship is going to continue to develop because of the construction of the park pavilion that is currently under construction there. And the Guild is going to move into that space as the primary tenant. And there'll be new seating areas outdoors, a shade trellis. They're going to continue to program, and will continue to program around that building as well. And Seven Stars is going to be there for coffee and
another
pastries.
Dangerous thing for me as well, too.
Right.
So,
yeah.
But I mean, you have that, but also, like you were saying, you do have the yoga classes and everything over there too. So
true, you do yoga, and then you can justify your.
Yeah, exactly. So you're saying, like, I have no excuse to not go and do yoga over there and then go get beer. I mean,
exactly.
Come on.
Yeah, it's like those 5Ks where you grab a beer afterwards, and it's part of the
perfect.
event. So
the pavilion that you have there, kind of what went into the kind of like the planning of that? Like where did that come from? Did you just see that the space needed something permanent and extra, or what kind of walk me through that a little bit?
Early on in the vision for the park, it was pretty clear that we needed this anchor space that would allow for more support of all of the events and all of the people that we're expecting to see more and more each year. We're also developing public restrooms as part of this project, and so water fountains, dog fountains as well. We'll have a small office for park staff in there. So we really just needed this anchor space that will also allow us to program deeper into the shoulder seasons in the winter as well, just having some conditioned space there as well. But it's a gorgeous building, and it fits really nicely into the overall profile of the park. So I'm getting really excited for it to open.
I think we all are too. So if you haven't seen the park lately, next time you go by, that's the construction that's happening, and it's fenced off, which one time the fence was open and I did walk through it by accident. And the construction crews were like, "You can't be in here." And I was like, "I'm so sorry."
Did you say who you were?
They didn't know. I used the PVD POV plug, and they were like, "Get out of here."
They don't listen?
No, I said no. But that's
spread some
what's
flyers
happening.
out. I think we need to spread some flyers out.
Exactly. And I love, so we often work with the CIC building, and we were in there, and you just have a great view. So I can imagine when the construction's finished, how amazing that is going to be with the CIC building overlooking the park and the pavilion. I just love it over there. And then you got Dune Brothers.
Yeah, our offices are in the CIC building, and it can be a distraction. I'm always looking outside, seeing
Right.
what's happening, but it's a great view from there as well.
Oh, of course, you always keep tabs on the construction, see how it's going. So when are we thinking that'll be complete?
2026, it will be open, and we're excited to incorporate it into our programming season next year.
That's great. And you said the guild is going to be like the main tenant there. So they're going to be all the the beer serving is going to be moved inside, and then people can disperse out. Obviously, when they're, because I know the beer garden is very outdoors.
Yeah, they're planning to have outdoor point of sale as well.
Oh, okay.
And there's this nice area under the shade trellis that will kind of bleed into the direction of the pedestrian bridges there. So it's really important to maintain that relaxed outdoor feel of the beer garden, and I think this project has done that pretty successfully.
That's really cool. If you have some renderings, I think maybe we can pop those into the show description here. People can take a look at those.
Sure,
I know
happy to share.
I actually have some drone footage of the construction of it too, because I was flying over there at some point, and I just started rolling and taking some video, so I can send that over to you.
I love that this is sort of like the eastern end of the city anchor, with this beautiful pavilion and local businesses, and then heading towards the other end of downtown, you've got Track 15 with that same kind of concept. And I love that, you'll be able to walk from the east side at the bridge, at the park, grab a coffee or grab a beer, continue your walk. Well, you have to finish your beer at the pavilion, and then you continue your walk through the city, go to Track 15, and it's just kind of this beautiful like synergy for the city, and I just love that. I can't wait till it's complete.
Yeah, and it's just like it's a great to see the Riverwalk and the city kind of being developed over the past. I mean, like I said, I've been here for 14 years. Over the past 14 years that I've been here, at least, seeing it develop and have so much more happening around this great loop that we have in the Riverwalk, and between, like I said, Track 15 and all the restaurants that are kind of along the way, but then ending with this new pavilion. I think this would be a great addition to it.
I hope everyone gets out for a walk while we still have this beautiful weather.
Yeah, exactly. So how can people find out about programming from you guys if they're looking to come to events or just to see if anything is going on and stuff like that?
Sure. Our event calendar is up to date on 195districtpark.com. So that's the best way to read descriptions of everything we have going on. You can also learn more about the Pavilion project there as well. And our Instagram handle is at 195districtpark. And we're posting every day, sharing what we have happening there. And even little pop-up events or the family programming that we're doing with our partnership with Newhouse and the inflatables and Big Blue Blocks and games and activities that we are setting up on a daily basis there around the other events and programs happening.
Great.
And I'm sure with your background, there'll be plenty of concerts.
Yes, there's lots of music to enjoy there as well.
Perfect.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us, and thank you for letting us know all about the park and what people can see.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
PVD POV is a podcast hosted by the Providence Warwick Convention and Visitors Bureau in collaboration with the College of Hospitality Management and Center of Media Production at Johnson & Wales University. Hosts are Alana Cerrone-O'Hare and Nick Millard. Production by Professor Brian Lavin with assistance from the graduate students in tourism management. Episodes are available wherever you download your podcasts. Visit GoProvidence.com for more information on these stories and everything else Providence.